Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Well, here's the latest proposal from the totalitarian PC crowd. Now, Silicon Valley experts are saying that they want to use pop-ups to shame people who make offensive posts on the internet. Now, this is tech expert Adria Richards. She was interviewed for a Wired magazine piece about online harassment, and she suggested that pop-ups could be used to shame people who make racist internet posts or use offensive words. There could be little pop-up warnings. Hey, a lot of people have reported they don't like receiving this word. Do you still want to post this? Oh, that'll be just as annoying as all those pop-up ads that we have everywhere. Now, surprisingly, the Electronic Frontier Foundation's Nadia Kayali agreed with this. She remarked, yeah, can we shame people with pop-ups? Because shame seems to work a lot better. Hey, did you know you're being racist right now? So it's sort of like the MTV crowd is just going to be everywhere now, policing all of your posts on the internet. Now, let's not forget that feminists just last month went before a United Nations panel on cyber violence to push for this very same thing. They wanted to censor anyone who calls them stupid or disagrees with anything that they have to say on the internet. So this is very totalitarian. The Washington Post labeled the UN plan a radical, dangerous vision for the future of the web and warned that it could force social networks to proactively police every profile and post and mandate that government agencies only license those who agree to do so. Oh my goodness, and we've talked about that before. Your permission to use the internet just like they do in China. Of course, the only plus I could see to that is that I would get a trigger warning if someone wants to post a picture saying, check your privilege, or, oh, hey, look, I'm running a race and free bleeding. Everything we type into the internet helps the artificial intelligence learn. Who cares about the consequences? It's just like with autonomous vehicles. There might be a few casualties along the way, but the ultimate goals of the empire will be accomplished. Just take a look at this autonomous Tesla being driven. The car is malfunctioning, the guy is driving it along, and it's going happily, and then, oh, exactly. It's one thing to have your software crash on you, but the vehicle that you are riding in, absolutely not. So who's looking out for little brother? Who's watching the watchers? Now, it's okay for Google to watch our every move, but heavens forbid we start watching them. Now, Google freaked out when Alex Jones stormed their Austin headquarters. Google, of course, is notorious for spying on internet users, but when Alex attempted to film inside, he was immediately asked to leave. Jones and the crew were told that the company didn't allow video recording, and this is despite the fact that a huge sign on the wall made it very clear that Google was recording everyone who was inside the vicinity. But when Jones, of course, pointed out that Google had secretly installed software on computers that can listen to people's conversations without them knowing, that's when the Google reps got a little nervous.
Google has announced they're watching and listening to you over your microphones and camera. Is it the politically correct thing to do to submit to the viewing, but say it's not happening because in a free country they're not watching you, even though they admit they are? Is that the proper mode?
I don't have a comment. Not right now.
It's just best to submit to the machine takeover. I agree with you.
The way some people see it, Big Brother is watching, and his name is Google.
Google's wearable computer is also facing stiff resistance, mostly over privacy concerns.
Eric Schmidt is Google's CEO.
If you have something that you don't want anyone to know, maybe you shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
In the not too distant future, you'll likely see some of these cruising past you.
There's what I call the creepy line. I would argue that implanting things in your brain is beyond the creepy line.
Mine in particular.
Yes, at least for the moment, until the technology gets better.
Now, a lot of times, people ask me why I do confrontational things. I don't do as much as I used to. It's because the globalists are confronting us. They're getting in our face. They're doing things to us. And they're taking our data. And it's time we just give them a little bit of the aggressiveness they give us to illustrate how what they do is hidden hand. What they do is digital. The real power in this world is still, and will get even more powerful in the future, physical. As less people get physical, as less people deal in third dimension and use their mind for fourth and fifth dimension thinking, what we're doing right now is where it's all at. Let's go in. Hello, ma'am. Alex Jones. How are you doing?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
Good, good. This looks like an exciting event tonight. How you doing? Alex Jones. Infowars.com, and here visiting our buddies at Google. What are you guys about to do here tonight?
Actually, we don't allow recording in here.
Well, but Google told me in an update that it uses the camera and microphone to listen to me in my house.
Just 1 second.
I mean, you don't allow recording in here, but you got our camera right there on the computer that Google says it uses to watch people. I'm a little confused by that. I mean, we got everybody getting roped in here, and then we're just here with a camera. I mean, Google's got its cameras on all our computers. We use Google watching us. I mean, just explain that to me. How can he say we shouldn't have a camera in here when Google is all about selling our data and
Interviews, I'm sorry.
you just listen to us inside our houses without asking and try to take our cars over? Is that all? You lobby government to take our cars away? Anyway, so we're just here with a camera. Google has phones, you know, dialing in, watching us, listening to us. I mean, I'm really trying to figure this out. Let's go look at some of the food over here. Here we go. Absolutely. Oh, we can't videotape in here? Don't worry, we're already streaming it live. You won't stop our transmission. Anyways, we're here inside Google. Invitation only. Google doesn't tell you it's invitation only when they hack into your house and watch and track everything you're doing. Look, we got lots of...
This is a private event. Google does not...
Oh, whoa, please don't touch our equipment. I'm not going to touch your Google... Whoa, ma'am, don't touch me, please.
This is a private event, sir.
Ma'am, I don't want to... Well, I need you to not touch me.
Well, I need you to leave, sir.
Okay, but is it a private event? Is Google watching and listening inside here?
I do not work for Google.
Well, good, well, then you shouldn't be touching me. That's assault.
Well, you shouldn't be in
Well,
there.
I was I need a police officer to tell me that, so you need to go ahead and have them called.
Oh, no problem.
Good. Yeah, do that. Go ahead. So again, Google trespasses on us, tracks and listens to everything we do. We come here, and what did I say the response would be? We're polite, we're nice, and this is how Google ropes in all the local community and gives them a little free cheese and stuff, like you do a mouse, before it gets in the trap and slams the door shut. But just like we've had all the NSA whistleblowers on, we're going to continue to expose the public front of the NSA. Come on, let's go back outside now. One of our latest additions to Infowars, he's going to introduce himself now, just pointed out some key HUMET, or human intelligence, when he was inside. So we're going to go back in and show everybody.
Michael Zimmerman. When we were inside just now, I noticed a sign on the window that says, when you're in this building, everything that goes on here is going to be recorded for this event. So you're on camera no matter where you are in the Google building, and they'll capture you on camera there.
But they're mad at us. Come show us the sign.
Exactly.
Come show us the sign. Here we go, round two. They're going to get really upset now. And just, Mr. Zimmerman, please point this out to us. Ma'am, we are back. We appreciate you real quick. I was here to see the sign. This says that everybody's being filmed in here by Google, just like they film you inside your house. So what would the issue be with us in here filming? Nothing against your event, ma'am. I'm sorry the Google spider has caught you. But notice to the public, film and videotape is presently being shot in this location. All areas in this event are likely to be filmed for the least part of the event's duration. Now that's from Google, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what goes on. Thank you, Google Fiber. See it on Infowars.com and on the Google platform YouTube, because we use the enemy's platforms against them. Thank you.
You know, Alex, we've come a long way with our understanding of Google, with our understanding of the tracking technology. I mean, years ago, you talked to someone on the street, they didn't have no idea they were being tracked in their Google searches to the extent they know now in their apps that they're accepting to give away all of their information to essentially the Borg system when they download iPhone apps or Android apps. I want to ask you where you see all this going with the future of AI cars, driverless cars, because I don't know about you, personally, I'm not against the advancements of technology, which absolutely we're not, and I'm not against the idea, even someday, of AI-based cars. My problem is the control system of the AI cars, the control system of forcing you into it, the control system of saying that you are a human slug without any ability to do anything for yourself, and these driverless AI systems and cars all around, even in the house now, smart houses, these are for your safety because you're so stupid you can't do anything for yourself.
Well, that's it, Anthony. We didn't ask for this. It was Trojan horsed, not just with Google, but into all the cars, the other PC systems, the Apple systems, you name it. They get together in these big, giant corporate board meetings with governmental leaders, This stuff's been declassified over the last 50 years. This has been happening with DARPA and other agencies, and they decide the future. We've built this artificiality that has so many positive angles to it, but overall, the screen time, the television watching, lowering our IQ, causing brain damage, this is not debatable. And so while they were building the Trojan horse, while they were putting their grid in place, which is now basically in place for this AI takeover, and that's in Google's own words, founded 16 years ago, they met and said, listen, we're not just building a search engine, we're not just working with DARPA and InQtel and the CIA. This is like in Wired magazine now. And I was told this by NSA insiders like 14 years ago. Now it's in the news. Oh, we set out to build an artificially intelligent system that interfaces with billions of humans in live time, and that basically humans are now nodes or eyeballs or robot droids or drones of Google. And Google is allowed to get past laws, other people can't. Google has this government relationship with NASA, you name it, nobody else has, because it is really a governmental institution. And I don't want to single Google out. Google compared to like Apple, which is even bigger, and some of these other globalist corporations is actually our nice guys compared. And I don't just say that because, I don't want to mess with Google. That's just the truth. That they understand, keep the web free, keep it somewhat open while they grow to get their data to be able to become a sentient AI system. And many scientists believe, and we'll put the articles up here on screen, that Google has already actually become sentient and has transcended IBM and its Deep Blue and its other systems. Take your destiny in your hands and don't let these people control your future and dominate who you are. Discover what's really happening and realize that everything you do, the energy you expend, is being sucked off by these people to build their castle in the clouds, to build their world, and you're not supposed to have any part of that. That's a load of crap. We're going to expose what's happening, and we're going to, by our actions, change what these groups are doing. We're going to reach out to the executives of these companies. We're going to reach out to their children, their wives, their husbands. We're going to lay out an alternative to this program that's based on free will. And I assure you, if you take action and get involved in that discussion and creating that reality, these systems will fall. They're scared of you. And they know once humanity's unchained, they're not going to be able to have their control of the future and play God. And that's what they're scared of. But this fight's been played out in this universe many times, believe that. And 999 times out of 1,000, they failed. And that's why they're so scared. They've gotten better at what they do, but in the end, they will fall. Is the street okay? We're welcome inside?
Yeah, it's a public event.
Well, thank you. You're sweet.
But let me talk to you for a second, which is, I'm not sure everyone here would like to be on camera per se. It's a public event, so you can come in.
You work with Google, ma'am? They're very nice.
I do.
When are they coming out with robots to replace you is what I want to know, because you're too nice.
So yeah, we happen to be hosting the city and the county here for an event. I'd actually appreciate not being on camera.
All right, well, you're being sweet. We just wanted to show that Google watches us and listens to us on the internet, and we just came and just figured people freak out if we had a camera, which they kind of did. And there's a sign saying, though, that Google videotapes you inside. So we're just all cameras. I mean, that's all we're showing.
So I'd appreciate not being.
Okay, well, you're sweet. Hey, officers, be safe tonight. Well, God bless you, brother. Thank you. Well, thanks for putting up with me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Couple listeners. All right, anyways. Listen, we care about humans. We are the resistance. Just remember, when the robots take all your family's jobs in a few years, we're here. We're here for the people. We're here for the humans. All right, we're standing up as hard as we can.
All right.
Later, it's going to get bad. You'll break the conditioning then. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And folks, if you want to stand up against the artificial intelligence that is Google, the NSA, and the corporate globalist, then now is the time. Their mothership, or their main takeover carcinogen metastasization system, is at the corner of Colorado and 2nd Street in Austin, Texas. And again, nothing against those poor people inside. They have no idea what we're even talking about. We're not mad at them putting their hands on us. We're not mad at them trying to protect their cyborg takeover system. We understand they're dumbed down. That's who we're reaching out to. That's who we're trying to stand up for. But again, we're going to be showing during this report Google's admissions, Samsung's admissions. We're watching or listening in your house. And I'm going to do another stunt next week, as I promised. We're going to go to people's houses, mainly Democrats and some of the folks we know that are involved in bringing immigrants in and making money off of it. I'm going to bang on the door and I'm going to say, listen, I'm a migrant. I want to move in your house and live in your living room. You're going to put me dinner. And that's what's happening in Germany, and it'll be the same deal. And I planned some other stuff for Google that's legal and lawful. I told you, what do you think's going to happen when I do that?
It'll be very interesting.
Because this is only the beginning. The general public thinks groveling to tyranny gets them ahead. We've had a lot of fans come by, but we had just had some guy walk by and go, thinking he's powerful, because they're so cowardly, they just think grovel to the system, they're going to get ahead. Anthony Gucciardi, anything else you'd like to add?
Well, it's just like when I went to the NSA, I guess it was about 2 years ago.
We ought to show some clips of that.
So, here, Josh, we've been here. Hey, we're just trying to find out. We just want to ask a few questions of your commanding officer. All right, we're getting screamed at by the NSA agent. He's getting his car screaming at us, telling us to turn those cameras off right now. And he is very upset. He is very mad. Hey, we're saying we're on live feed, First Amendment. We're saying First Amendment. We just want to ask some questions. He's going up to Josh. He's about to take the camera from Josh. Oh, there's some more. Hey guys, we're just journalists here. We're just journalists. We're just trying. We're live streaming right now on Alex Jones Show. Hey, excuse me. Hey, he cut the live feed. Alex, he just cut the live feed.
We went up there, me and Josh, and we rolled up, and I asked them for their ID, and I guess the military police at the Utah NSA headquarters didn't like that too much. And I said, well, you get our information all the time. I want to see your ID. And of course, they arrested us, took all of our videos.
But we're too dumb to actually erase them.
Too dumb to actually erase them. Took everything we had. It was on live stream. I kept saying, this is being live streamed. People already see this. This is being live streamed. This is on air to millions of people. And they told us if we came back, we'd be put in a military detainment center. For me, going into a parking lot, I couldn't even get to their HQ. Went to their parking lot.
But if you were ISIS, they would give you weapons.
Yeah, if I was an undocumented migrant, I'd probably be let in immediately. But the whole point is,
these people are taking down America.
Exactly. We do these stupid, silly things to make a point.
We're an open, free society. They are just carving us up, and we're just here showing what a joke it is. Exactly. We're just here desperately trying to get people to become aware of, are we land of the chumps, home of the schmucks, or are we land of the free, home of the brave? Anthony?
Exactly. It's a stunt to show what they're doing in a more abrupt way, where this actually happens in a way that you can see it. We walk in, they get upset, but your information is being stolen and you're not upset about it, right? We go in there, they get upset.
We go in there and they freak out that we're at Google and that we dare even
record anything they do, but they can record everything we do, and that's fine. Just like the NSA guys, I ask for their ID. They think I'm insane, but they have everything on me that I've ever done in my entire life.
We have random folks walking by. Sir, do you have a comment? No. Google has announced they're watching and listening to you over your microphones and camera. Is it the politically correct thing to do to submit to the viewing, but say it's not happening because in a free country they're not watching you, even though they admit they are? Is that the proper mode?
I don't have a comment. Not right now.
It's just best to submit to the machine takeover. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Should humans all just commit suicide en masse?
No, definitely not.
Eat tacos and go to bed.
I believe in progress. I think we're progressing.
We are. Well, the IQs are dropping, and the brainwaves are dropping, and the neural tissue is rotting. So we're not progressing according.
It's 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. But I think generally things are progressing.
And the people running things, they love us?
No, that's too abstract. There's too much abstract.
Bernie Sanders loves us? Old Bernie said China has really great babies' rights, infant rights.
Yeah, okay.
Do you agree with that?
I've made my statement, and that is all I'm going to say.
Just Bernie Sanders is great, but don't back up with Bernie Sanders up.
There's never going to be any
what about China, like, killing 50 million girls, and even including after they're born? You don't even know about that? See, she doesn't know. That's a shield against that. And so Bernie Sanders is great, and China has the model. Time to go. Hey, bye.
Thanks,
bye. Hey, take care, man.
Take care.
Be safe. See, it's all funny. Bernie Sanders is going to save us, but China has got great stuff for babies. And then, like, kind of videotape, like you videotape us, we videotape you, like we're intimidated by that. We go up against the New World Order. But see how they've instilled a love of destruction, a love of enslavement in these people? Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Jones inside Google. Simply saying, hey, you watch us, we watch you. And we're going to recommend Infowars in the next few weeks. Come down here by the thousands and come in with your phones and do live reports surveilling them. They won't be able to stop the signal. Alex Jones for Infowars.com. If you're watching this transmission, you are the resistance. The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding and making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.